Hey, this is Chad today with Cusp talking about belief and evolution. First off, when it comes to belief, it is very important that you believe that you can get to where you want to go. Whatever goal you have, whatever path you want to take, you have to believe you can make it. Not just hope, not just wish. You have to believe it. You have to believe it in your heart that that is something that you're going to make happen, that you're going to attain this goal. The way that you can do that is by putting yourself in that position where achievement has already occurred. They say a lot of times, guys that are on the free throw line, to take a beat, visualize yourself shooting that basket, making that basket before you actually take the shot. Once you've made that basket in your mind, then you take your shot and you're far, far more likely to hit that shot because you've already made it once in your head. It's the exact same thing with any goal you have, any path that you want to take. Make sure that you see yourself getting all the way there. Whether that's starting a business, writing a book, a new habit that you've got, dropping weight, see yourself walking that path. See yourself going down that line of where you want to be and achieving that goal so that it becomes a part of your psyche and something that you already believe that you have done and can achieve and can get there. And that will keep driving you on those harder days. The reason why this belief is going to be so important for today's little lesson is because we are going to start documenting that path today. We know that we're already going to get to that end goal. That's not in question anymore. That belief already exists. So what we're doing now is making sure that every step of the way, we've got documentation of the path that you're going to be taking to get there. The benefit is kind of twofold. One, this is going to be a great personal diary for you. When you get to that end goal, you can look back at that first day, that hesitation, that fear, that denial of capability, and you can go, man, look at that person I was back then when I didn't think this could be done, when I was worried about how this would end up. And now, when you're all the way there, you've actually achieved the goal that's in your mind. Great life lesson for you, great teaching tool. It's the reason why we keep journals. But today we're going to be doing it on YouTube. We're going to be doing it on a podcast. We're going to be doing it on something that's a little bit more interactive, something that other people can use as well. And that brings us to the second point of why this is going to be really important, is as soon as you start today's first video, today's first podcast, you've already taken that first step towards achieving that goal. You've already put yourself on that proper line. And that will be important to the people that are behind you. That will be important to that guy that's still sitting behind his computer, is still dreaming about this possibility, is still thinking about all the things he could be and the goals that might be existing out there because he hasn't taken that first step. You have. The minute you take that first step, you've separated yourself from that long line of inactivity that's out there. And you become a model, a hero, an inspiration, something that other people can look up to and start motivating themselves to walk down that same path. This is the greatest part of this process, is the ability to hand it down. It's almost a pay it forward type of mentality. You are going to be taking this line. There's going to be books that you read, inspirational quotes that you see. There's going to be videos that you watch. There's going to be legal documents that you take care of, or whatever it might be. There's going to be steps that you take towards your goal that are going to be important for the people behind you to know about. Imagine that you're going to be driving from New York to LA, and you know what stops there are for gas, the sights there are to see, the road construction issues, all that sort of thing. And you can send videos back one at a time, like, oh, hey, by the way, this turnoff in Chicago gets a little dodgy at night in the rain. Keep an eye on it. Invaluable to people that are traveling that road behind you. There are people traveling the very road that you're on right now behind you. Keep a video log so that they can see it. Let's say you've got the world's most boring life and nobody wants to know anything about this. Nobody cares about your success. Nobody cares about that book you've written, those pounds that you've dropped, that business you started. Nobody cares about it. The great news is that even in that completely ridiculous category, which will not exist, there will always be people interested in this, but let's say there aren't, you still have documentation for yourself, for your kids, for your grandkids, to see what you went through to create what you did. It's a great learning lesson. It's a great tool to teach them what worked, what didn't, the path that you took, what you look like when you were 21 and scared, what you look like when you were 35 and scared. Those are great things that you can offer them, gifts that you can give them. Why would you deny them that gift? The other part that can be really valuable is, let's say you don't become a success. Let's say you become an astronomical failure in this first go round. Okay, Well, now you've got documentation about everything you did. You can look back, see what you did wrong, see what you did right. After Sunday football, who do you think goes into the video room? Do you think it's the winners or the losers? Trick question. It's both teams. The winners go in to find out what they did right. The losing teams go in to find out what they did wrong, what they can change for the next week. This is the exact same thing. If you know that you're going to be a success one day, even failures can be beneficial to you. Even failures of an idea, even failures of process, even failures of finance, whatever it might be, can be valuable to you to teach those lessons for the next part. These video logs that you're doing will give you that insight into what you're thinking, what you're feeling, what your actions are, what your motivation is, and allow you opportunity to just change those things and tweak them if you need to upon a failure. Do it today. YouTube, podcasts, your phone, any way that you can start recording yourself and the process that you're going through, what you're seeing, what you're feeling is going to be helpful to you down the line. As long as you believe that where you're going is where you're going to end up. You have to have that belief. I believe in you. I think you can do it. Make sure you can do the same thing for yourself. Thanks again for listening to The Cusp. If you have any questions or comments, please feel free to leave them below. If you like what you're listening to, please subscribe with the button below as well. Thank you again for listening to The Cusp, and we will have future episodes out for you shortly. Thanks again.